call again today. So what we're going to teach you today quickly is about how to use hashtags properly. And as well, I'm also going to teach you how to learn from your competitors. We're going to go a little bit in depth with that. Okay, so get ready because we are doing that. So let me just jump straight into sharing my screen. Share screen. Here we go. And off we go. Okay, let's start with hashtags. Hashtags, everybody. All right, so to use your hashtags effectively, you guys, it's important that you kind of follow this kind of guideline that we've got going on here. So what you want to do is you want to do relevance is key, what they're saying here. What we want you to do generally is the 2, 2, and 2, which I'm going to tell you guys at the end about this, what the 2, 2, and 2 is, but this is going to explain the differences between the hashtags and all that sort of thing as to how to get and what to do. But when we're doing 2, 2, and 2, we'll explain at the end, so watch the whole video. Okay, relevance is key. So first of all, choose hashtags that are directly relevant to your content. Don't just put dogs if you're not showing dogs, you know what I mean? If you're working with business people, you put about business, you put about whatever it's about. Find a hashtag that's trending that suits yours as well, if you possibly can. It should be, make sure that it's relevant though. Again, don't just pick any trending hashtag. It has to be relevant to yours. Otherwise, you're going to just confuse your audience and it's going to hinder your growth because a lot of people will see it, but nobody's going to buy from you. Then you want to kind of mix of the volume. So use a mix of popular or niche specific hashtags. So here is where you basically go to a wider reach, you know, that maybe go and look at who your competitors are using, which hashtag your competitors are using. Go and find those. Go and find also the ones that have less than 100,000 tags on them, because you don't want to just go for the ones that are really, really busy hashtags. You also want to go for the ones that have a little bit less, because then you are getting those people, because very, very few people, you're struggling less for advertisement space within the lesser, right? So when you're going to the ones who have higher volume, what happens is you get drowned out by all the other competition in there. So that's why you want to also do, you want to do 2 in the higher volume and 2 in the lower volume. But you do want to kind of go up and down. You want to make sure that you have a broad range so that you're getting both A and B, not just all A clients, right? So if you do niche specific hashtags, it's going to cater to a more targeted audience. So make sure you're doing that as well. And then research, of course, spend time researching some of the hashtags that are trending in your industry. See which videos are going out under those hashtags. Look what the videos look like. Look at the competitors, the influencers, what they're using, what they're doing. Utilize some of the online tools that we've taught you about in previous lessons and build it out in search of, you know, this social media platform's relevance. You know, you can get it going on. You just have to start doing the research. So it's about really going and looking at what your competitors are doing and doing a deep dive into their stuff. And remember, I told you in past videos that that's how Mr. Beast is now a billionaire, because Mr. Beast is out there doing research. He was spending, you know, 6-8 hours a day researching videos, and second by second, you know, even millisecond by millisecond, as he's watching, creating his videos to see where the audience clicks out, how to make them better, how to make his money, what's perfect. This is why he's a $1 billion man now. Right? Because he went out and he did the legwork. You don't think these overnight successes happen overnight, do you? Hell no. It takes years and years of educating yourself, learning, doing all of that stuff to get there. Then you want to do, of course, guys, number 4, branded hashtags. Create a unique branded hashtag for your business. So this could be your business name, a slogan if you want, campaign specific tag. So it's going to basically encourage people to start tagging you and using you. So it would be really cool if you can find a really cool slogan to use or something like that that's going to be catchy and catch on, so that you could just use that in most of your things. Or then you could do a campaign specific tag as well if you're doing campaigns. So if you're doing something about selling your ebook, you could do the name of the ebook specific tag or something like that. I mean, there's many things you can do to try to, you know, draw attention. Again, keep it concise. Number 5. So while platforms, right here, number 5. Oh, hi, Bridget. Bridget's coming on in. So we'll just keep it concise. While the platforms like Instagram allow multi-hashtags, you want to avoid going overboard on your hashtags. So 5 to 10 hashtags are perfect. Don't use more than that. That should be good enough on all the platforms. Maybe on Twitter, just use 2 or 3 hashtags. That's a good rule of thumb. Otherwise, you're overloading everything. So kind of keep it low. Facebook, you can use more, of course, but keep it around 5 to 10 max on Facebook, 2 to 3 on Twitter. So hi, Bridget, how you doing? I'm excellent. How are you? Your mic is off, so I can't hear a thing.
Hey, I'm sorry I'm late. I literally just walked in the house trying to start at the computer and get on so I see better. Hi, how are you?
I'm doing great. So it's just you and I'm at number 5 on the hashtag lessons. Would you like me to restart or just keep going?
No, I can get to the replay. I don't need you to
Okay.
restart, sweetie. I'm just logging into the computer so I can actually see the
It says you're in the waiting room, so I just let you in again. I guess your ghost is coming in now?
It's my computer coming in now.
Oh, excellent.
I'll hang up. Okay, I'll hang up here.
Hi.
Hey.
That was weird because this one has more of a light shining in it, so it does look like the ghost
Now
version.
I don't get audio. Why not? Hold on. There we go. Okay.
Good. Excellent. Okay. I'm getting feedback though.
Sorry?
I can hear you. Maybe I'll just mute it and then I won't be able to hear you.
Well, let me see if this is actually turned off.
It's okay.
There we go. And there's something popping up that won't even go away.
That's okay.
What the heck?
Okay. So we're talking about hashtags. We're at number 6 right now, which is down here. So number 6, avoid overusing hashtags. So don't go to the ones that are overly generic, and don't use them excessively. So I have some like entrepreneur. I use that often, but I shouldn't use it. I should be very specific about my hashtags. That one's generally overused and there's like billions of people doing it or millions of people using it. So your content's going to kind of get lost in a sea of people. That's why we're suggesting you try to find hashtags that have about 100,000 followers within the hashtag. If it has more, fine. But you want to have the ones who have a lot, and as well as the ones who have a little bit. This way you avoid being overused with the hashtag. You avoid getting lost in that sea of confusion. You don't
have a combination of both, like hashtags that have like 1,000 or less and hashtags that have a lot.
Yeah. Okay. You want to kind of do that just so that you're getting both kind of, maybe not 1,000 or less, but you want to do 1 or 2 with 1,000 or less if you can here and there, because the idea is that if you want to get the B clients, which I said a little bit earlier, you missed that part, but there's the A clients who are coming from the main hashtag, but those are the ones that all of the people are going out and advertising to, is those A clients, right? So the B clients are left alone in those minimal hashtags. Nobody's really going out there and putting their content there because they don't see as many people there. So they don't think it's going to be as lucrative, when in fact it becomes more lucrative at times, because those people they have less to see. It's less pushing. They will see you more often. Therefore, they become accustomed to your face. They like you and they get to know you and then buy from you, right? Because it takes 6 points of contact. So if there's less in there, they'll see your face more and learn from you more. So that's why we suggest doing both. You do want to still, of course, go to the A clients where everybody's going, because those are going to be the hashtags of today that are going viral, those sorts of things. Yeah, you want to be in the viral because you want your content to go viral with the hashtag if you can, but also you want to use the lesser ones. And then, of course, use location-based. So if your business has a location presence, so if you've got a brick and mortar, which we do not, include the location-based hashtags so that they can figure you out. If you want them to know where you are, then you use the location-based hashtag. For myself, I do not do that because I do not want my ass to be stalked. So keep that in mind, that people can find you. I just watched a TikTok of a woman. I've been watching her for a while, and she's going through some really bad mental health right now due to an online stalker who found her home and came straight to her door, and now has come to her door 3 or 4 times. And there's nothing she could do. So she's freaked out. She's scared as hell. So be very careful about, also just not just about hashtags, but side note here, be very careful about what you're posting. Make sure that there's very little they can see behind you. And if it is, it's not close to your house. It could be in the area you live. But, you know, I watched also another YouTube video where the guy literally watched a video, and from the stuff behind the lady, he could tell it took him 4 hours, 5 hours to figure out exactly where she was standing in the world. And he did that all just from what was behind her and figuring it out. And he didn't know her. He was in Germany and she was in the US, kind of thing. Like they didn't know each other at all. There was no, you know what I mean? Yeah, so it's that easy to figure you out. So be very careful about what's behind you. Be very thoughtful about what you're doing, just to keep yourself safe. Okay, so that's for location-based stuff. Just make sure it's turned off as much as possible if you can. Seasonal and trending stuff. So you want to capitalize on seasonal events, holidays, trending topics as much as possible. I personally don't do that. I find it very tacky to do that. So my company will not be capitalizing on any seasonal stuff. But you can make a lot of money if you jump on that bandwagon. If you jump on many bandwagons, you'll see that you can make a lot of money. So it's a make or break kind of thing. So be very careful about what you're jumping on the bandwagon with. But absolutely use the hashtags you want to use hashtags with that sound great. So hashtag, you know, Boxing Day sale, hashtag Christmas shopping, hashtag whatever, like, you know, you can, whatever you want to do. And then of course, with your hashtags, you want to tell a story. So craft a hashtag strategy that tells a story about your brand. So this could be through a series of related hashtags that describe your products, values, or your journey. Now, here's where we're talking about the 2 by 2 by 2. Okay. So what I want you to do in this section when you're telling a story, your first 2 hashtags are going to go to look for your ideal client. Where are they going to be hanging out? Okay. That's how you're going to start the story. The second 2 hashtags are going to go towards the benefits of the product. So how it's going to help people, all of these sorts of things. So you might want to put like hashtag anxiety relief or hashtag, you know what I mean? Something like that. The next 2 are going to be your company related. So you're not going to really talk about your company, but it's going to be more so about your niche related. Okay, so make sure those 2 are in your niche, exactly in your niche. So that's how you're going to kind of tell your story with your hashtags. It's going to tell you your products, the values, and the journey. Okay. So then you want to monitor performance, regularly track the performance of all your posts. And I know you're already doing that, Bridget, because we've had this conversation already. You're checking out those insights. So good stuff. Regularly track it though, because these are going to tell you whether these hashtags are working. If you have higher engagements, higher reaches, that means the hashtags are working. Those are the ones you want to keep to the side. Those are good. Get rid of the ones that aren't. If you've got low interaction, get rid of those hashtags. Okay, and engage with hashtags. Don't just use hashtags in your post, but go to the places where the hashtag is and go and start commenting and liking posts within there. That's going to get the algorithm to show you out more. It's going to get you more brand exposure. More people are going to look for your name. And then it expands your visibility because you lead by can't say the word, reciprocity.
Reciprocity.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. That's the one I'm going for. Although that's not what it says. It says reciprocation here. I don't know how to,
reciprocation. If it's reciprocity is general, and I would like some reciprocation.
Right. There we go. There's good. It's past tense. Yes, lead to reciprocation, past tense. There we go. Yeah. I'm still learning English, so let's not judge. No, I'm just kidding.
Listen, I never had English.
Yeah, right. You know, it was funny because in high school, when I was taught, and all through my school, because I went to like French schools, our English class was taught in French and everything. So I really barely learned anything. So
that's awesome. You're doing awesome in English.
Thank you. Well, it's been many years since then, right? And I went to university and beat all my French out of me because I really turned English there. So stop talking as much. But anyways,
One question, are you going to post this, Chris, so I can
yes.
print it out? Okay, awesome. Thank you.
Yes, as well. I'm going to post the paperwork as well from this one. And I just posted the one from August 6th today as well in the group. So I'm going to actually post the paperwork from that one as well today. I never got the paperwork out yet, but I'm going to put the paperwork out. I'm going to start doing that every time. Every time I do a video, I'm also going to put the paperwork in which we're talking about so you guys can have it in your hands.
Thank you.
So what you want to do is monitor your performance, which we talked about. So make sure you're always monitoring everything to check it out and go with it. Engage with people. You want to be consistent, of course, with everything. So hashtags across your posts to establish everything. It gives you recognizable presence everywhere. So what I've been doing is 1 week, I'll use the exact same hashtags for the whole week because the whole week's telling a story for us. So if I'm doing anxiety that week, we're using all the same hashtags. The next week, we're switching our hashtags out and using different hashtags because it's a different story we're telling. So we go according to the stories we're telling. And then we'll add every single day 1 or 2 different hashtags that weren't in the day before, but that are for that day. Because today about anxiety, it's fighting it. Yesterday was about giving up, right? So we'd have different types of hashtags, right? One would be, yeah. So, and then of course, experiment, get out there and just try new ones. And this is where, you know, the monitoring matters. If you can watch your numbers every day, keep them in mind, and you start experimenting with stuff, you'll really be able to figure out what's really doing well for you and what's not doing well. It just means, you know, spending time in your business, really engaging yourself in knowing what's growing. And, you know, you can do Excel spreadsheets with this as well if you want, so that you can use you could write the hashtag in your Excel spreadsheet, and every day you can put how many posts got out that day from the hashtags you use. And so you can keep monitoring that way, and you can have it in your Excel spreadsheet, and you can actually see it number by number, and it's going to make it easier for you to see exactly what's going on as well. So it's about being consistent in that way and just really being on the ball with your productivity. And this is also if you're planning to expand your company beyond yourselves, you know, and you want to get a big staff, this is incredibly important so that you're keeping track of these numbers, that you're keeping track of all numbers, all KPIs, all stuff like this. It's incredibly important that this gets shared, or no, sorry, this gets kept. So the next topic is how to learn from your competitors. Do you have any questions about the hashtags?
Did you check my Facebook over the last couple of days?
No, I haven't. Well, I've been seeing some of your posts, yes, but I didn't go to your page or anything.
I think it was Thursday. I posted a video about detox bath. And I posted a video before, but I just talked. But I found Dr. Carrie Maya, who actually, you know, talks about vaccines and all of that. I found her talking about that detox bath. I used that audio, put it over my video with the detox bath. It has over 500,000 views. And I gained 13,000 followers, Chris.
That's amazing.
It went totally freaking viral. I right now have 15,762 followers.
I would love for you to send me that. I want to send that to my client Mickey. He's looking for a detox bath.
That's
amazing for you. So yeah, those detox things are really doing well right now as far as what's going viral and stuff too. So good for you. Good for you.
Crazy. It is crazy. And then of course you get all kind of, you know, crazy people jumping out. Like today I had a lady with another post that I had. I feel these posts should be written in proper English. And I responded to her, I feel that I can post on my page what I want to post on my page. And if people don't like it, they need to keep scrolling.
I agree. Good for you.
She deleted her post and mine was deleted with it. So I'm like, okay, be gone and stay gone.
I had one lady who came to me in Messenger, and she was approaching me for a job, I think it was, or something. And she's like, I prefer if you sign in with Mrs. something and end with your name, sign out with your name on every message on your email or on your text messaging. I went, excuse me?
Yeah, bye.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
not getting
And I
hired.
had another one that says, "Are you a doctor?" I said, "Well, I'm a doctor in physical therapy." And she went into like, "Well, then you shouldn't be giving advice if you're not a medical doctor." I'm like, "F you, bitch, block, delete, delete, delete." I'm like, I ain't got time for that.
Right? Yeah, well, exactly.
Yeah.
Who's got
Yeah.
time?
I gave it a finger behind her back. She doesn't know about it, but it felt good.
That's really good. That's so good.
Chris, this is crazy. I was like, because I had 2,600 followers, and I'm like, wow, I made double this. And then it just kept going and going and going and going. And it's not done going yet. It's crazy.
That's
So
good.
I
And
have to capitalize on that visibility.
yes, ma'am. Capitalize on it big time right now. That's all you needed was one viral post. So good for you. Good for you.
I need to capitalize on it.
Yeah, perfect. So, okay, how to learn from your competitors. So here's where you're going to start capitalizing too as well. So by identifying the competitors, we've talked about this before. Go in, figure out who your gurus are, who's your competitors, who people are following. Because I found out recently that from a few customers actually that when every single post I put up, every comment that gets there, somebody else is going and messaging my commenters before I even comment to them and trying to sell hypnosis. And that's why I haven't been making as many sales as I should. I've been told by 3 people now, and that they're all underbidding me and all of this stuff. So yeah, it's happening.
Are you blocking them?
I don't know who they are. They're privately going to message people. So
Oh, and the people that they message
yeah,
cannot
so
see.
they're not even going into comment on my page. They're literally going to their names and going and DMing them privately and talking them privately in the DMs. So it's literally what's happening. So anyways, you could do that as well, by the way, when you go and identify your competitors, because there's a lot of them out there. So go figure out who they are and then start doing an analysis on them. So to identify them, what you're going to do is market research and analysis, right? So you're going to find people who are offering the same product as you, the same service in your industry. You're going to go online and do some searches for industry reports. You're going to look for social media pages. You're going to go to trade associations, find out who they are in business trade, in whatever it is you're doing. And that's going to help you identify your competitors, the big name people. You also, when you're doing deep dives into social media, that's when you're going to find the smaller competitors as well. Just keep their names down, keep a file going on what they're doing so you can start following people. Analyze their offerings, pricings, target audience, and market and presence and values and their insights and everything. Like really do basically what if you're getting an audit done, that's what you're going to be doing to this company. You're going to be auditing that company by analyzing their presence. Okay, and then you're going to analyze not only their presence online, like what are they doing, study their website, social media profiles, blogs, everything they've got going on. You study that because you want to do like them, be like them, and have your little touch in there as well. Look at the design, user experience, the kind of content they're producing. Check it all out because this is going to help you to know what's working in the market as well. Then you want to do a content analysis. Examine the type of content that they're sharing. What topics are they covering? Like we said, figure it out. Look at their videos. And I was talking about this in earlier that Mr. Beast did this, right? That's why he's a billionaire today, is because he would spend 5 to 8 hours a day, every single day, with a team of I think it was 8 or 7 or 8 or 12 people or something like that. It was a small team of people that he grew up with who are other billionaire content creators now. But they would spend that time analyzing their competitor, analyzing the content that's going out, analyzing every last second so that they can make the best videos, the best blog posts, everything like that to go out. So that's the idea. If you want to get serious about making money, that's how you're going to do it. Okay. And then again, engage with the audience. They're messaging you. You're getting a lot of messages. Some of them are going to be foolish, of course, but you're going to get the golden nuggets. At least 20 to 40% out of all your messages will be golden nuggets. So keep an eye out for those ones. Start interacting with people, not only in your messenger, but also on the content itself. The more chats you have on the content itself, the more the algorithm will push you out because it sees that there's more and more people talking. So if you can have a whole conversation in the comment section, you're better off there because that will allow you to get more of that algorithm pushing you out. Okay. And then you want to do social media strategy. And that's where we've got, we've already doing that, but you want to analyze your own social media strategy. You want to go to which platforms are, figure out which one's performing the best. So for me, right now, it's of course Facebook, then it's TikTok, then it's Instagram for me. So how often do you post there? Instagram requires 3 posts a day to go, to really get that algorithm going. Now, of course, if you get viral posts like you just did, Bridget, then you're doing, you know, gold. But for most people, they're not going to get those viral posts right off the hop. So do what hashtags, figure out what hashtags other people are using on that social media for what they're posting in, where they're going viral, all that stuff, and what's their tone and style of communication. So start analyzing that sort of stuff, right? Then you go to website and SEO, evaluate your website and other people's websites as well, their structure, their navigation, their design. Check if it's usable. Check if this SEO techniques have been utilized within there. That's how you'll know to see, you know, what's going on, which we did an SEO thing a few weeks ago. So you can watch that video. It'll teach you all about SEO. So find out basically what keywords are they targeting? Are they using calls to action effectively? Like what's going on in their posts? Then you want to go to products and services. So you're going to examine everything that they've got going on. What are they selling? What are their services? What is unique about what they're doing? How are they showing that as being unique? How are they presenting it as a selling point? How do they position themselves on the market? What price strategies are they using? You know, look for customer reviews and feedbacks, all of this stuff with those gurus, with all of those other people. Figure out what they're doing. You want to do audit of this company, of these people that you're looking at, of the big ones that you want to follow, that you want to become. You're auditing them. That's exactly what you're doing. Then, where possible, you want to subscribe to their emails, because most people will have email marketing. Go and subscribe to their email marketing so you can see what they are sending out, what they are making money on, what's the next big thing, what are they doing? So you can see the frequency of how often they're sending things out. You know, this is going to let you know how they nurture their leads, and you can start doing the same as what they do, because clearly if they're big name, that's what works. Start following it. If you can then step out and find some partnerships and collaborations. Now this goes to marketing yourself. And again, that's networking, baby. So when we talk about going into these groups, you got to network with the people within those groups. Then you can start to partner and collaborate with some of these people in the groups. I just met with a woman earlier today that now I'm going to be collaborating. She's got clients coming in that she can't handle. They need more. They need hypnosis. They need somebody to get to the root cause of their issue, and she's not capable of doing that. So she's sending her clients to me now, and I'm sending mine to hers because she does mostly diet stuff and all of that stuff. So those of my clients who need diet get to go to her now. So we're collaborating in that way. You know, find groups that you could do these sorts of things with. Maybe you could do, you'll see a lot of the Tony Robbins groups. There's like 5 people that they're collaborating with when they're doing big events and stuff. It's not just Tony standing there alone. He's usually collaborating with other people as well, right? So just see and start doing stuff like that. So you want to conduct after that a SWOT analysis. And so that means strength, weakness, opportunities, and threats. So that's what you're going to be looking for in your competitor: their strengths, their weaknesses, their opportunities, and their threats. This will help you identify areas where you can differentiate and excel. Okay, so that goes in the audit of what you're doing for that company. When you start looking at everything they're doing, you can see where they're missing something in their sales process, because you might want something that they're not offering, or whatever the case may be. You'll be able to see what's lacking when you're doing that, when you're looking for their strengths, their weakness, their opportunities, and their threats. The innovation and trends is your next goal. So identify any innovative approach or emerging trends that are coming up. So again, when you're watching hashtags, when you're watching trends, you'll be able to see some of the stuff that new people are adopting, especially if you're in TikTok under entrepreneurial stuff. There's a lot of, like, every day I'm seeing videos about the new trends that are coming to do new videos, to create things, to whatever, sales trends, whatever the case may be. There's always something coming up. So try to keep on top of everything as much as possible. I usually spend a half an hour in the morning and a half an hour to an hour before bedtime, where I'm actually just scrolling and mind numbing myself for bedtime. And that's when I'm doing that. And that's when I'll be able to see what the trends are starting, because you'll start to notice that the same song is starting to trend everywhere. They're starting to start with the same hashtag or the same words on the front end or something, whatever it is. So just try to follow the trends. And then of course, stay ethical as much as possible. Don't plagiarize anybody. Don't outright steal content. If they allow you to use it, that's different. But if it's not allowing you to use, then don't use, because you can use it to spark your own ideas and stuff like that. But draw inspiration from your own unique spin on things. Try not to mimic and copy exactly what somebody else did. So then you want to do continuous monitoring. And again, that's where you're just monitoring everything that you're doing. You're watching your activity off every social media. Go to your activities, check out what's going on, monitor how your post's doing. If you use an Excel spreadsheet, that's much easier. So you could do day to day and you'll be able to see the numbers growing and changing every single day. It just takes a couple of seconds to do that, right? Just have the spreadsheet ready and you can just put the number in every single day. And then start adapt and implement the changes. So just like Mr. Beats does every day, he spends 4 to 5 hours, 4 to 8 hours, whatever it is, he's doing, analyzing, doing everything, but he's adapting. He's making changes every second in his video. Each video is really checked out and scrutinized, so you could figure out minute by minute, second by second what's going on. And you want to do the same thing with all of your stuff and be able to adapt it and implement the changes as you go along. Don't be afraid to take jumps, to take leaps and try things, just like you did, Bridget, with your new post, and look what went viral, right? So you'll be able to figure all of this out. And so that's today's lesson. And do you have any questions for me, darling?
No, that was good. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Good stuff. I'm really proud of you, though. I'm really proud of you for going viral and for your numbers are going to start skyrocketing. So good for you. This is going to go very well.
Thanks. I'm going to work on some more content tonight, because I did pretty much a whole month of 3 posts a day on Facebook. I just focus on Facebook. And every now and then, if I had something, I would stream it over to like Instagram or TikTok, but nothing. I just focus on Facebook.
That's okay. Focus on one thing, get that one going. So that's what I did, is I got my Facebook going, and only now, a year and a bit out, I'm starting to really focus on instant tick. Right.
Yeah.
But it was always Facebook for me. That's been my bread and butter. And I'm able to make, a nice solid 5 figures every month with that. So you can too, right?
Yeah, that's it. Just some money on the side, and down the road, make it a full-time thing. That's the goal.
Well, if you're making the 5 figures I'm making, it'll be definitely a full-time thing right away for you. But especially now that you've gone viral, it should be much easier for you to start making money. And even if you're going viral, you keep going viral, they're going to start paying you for that, right? So that's really good for you to have that. So good.
Yes.
Yeah.
So gonna create some more content tonight. Some more videos. Get to schedule out a little bit further. I have just those little blurbs scheduled out for a month, but I want a little bit more.
Good job.
Yes. Thank you. And I have a call scheduled tomorrow with somebody that's interested, and somebody else sent me a message like, hey, they're interested. So I'm like, okay, see where it goes.
Yeah. You know what? It's going to start moving now. So good for you. Good for you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Now we just got to should I start working on some closing stuff, some talking to the client stuff? Do you want some of that kind of content coming forward?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay. So let's talk about that next week then. Is that we'll talk about, once you've got them on the call, because I'm sure once you're good in the messenger stuff. So let's talk about once you got them on the call, how to deal with that stuff.
Yes. Sounds perfect.
All right.
Sounds perfect, lady.
Excellent. I'm so proud of you. Oh, I'm giving you big hugs from over here. Go out and celebrate your success. Make sure you do something amazing. Excellent.
I am. I'm eating pizza.
Yay! Yummy!